Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into a topic that affects all of us, the hidden power of tiny habits. We all have big goals, right? You want to get fit, learn a new language, write a book, or maybe start your own business. These goals are amazing, but they can also feel huge and overwhelming. So overwhelming, in fact, that we often don't even start. We tell ourselves, I'll start on Monday, or I'll do it when I have more time. But that perfect moment never seems to arrive. What if I told you the secret to achieving those massive goals isn't about massive action? It's not about a sudden burst of motivation or a complete life overhaul overnight. The real secret lies in something much smaller, much more manageable. Tiny habits. Think about it. How many times have you set a New Year's resolution to go to the gym every day, only to quit by February? The problem isn't your willpower, it's your strategy. You're trying to climb Mount Everest in a single leap. Instead, the key is to build a staircase, one tiny step at a time. Let's break down what a tiny habit actually is. A tiny habit is an action so small, it feels almost ridiculous not to do it. It's so easy that you can't say no. For example, instead of committing to a 1-hour workout, your tiny habit could be to do one push-up. Just one. Instead of vowing to write a chapter of your book, your tiny habit is to write one sentence. Instead of meditating for 20 minutes, you meditate for just 1 minute. I know what you're thinking. One push-up? One sentence? How's that going to make any difference? And that's the beauty of it. The goal of a tiny habit isn't immediate, drastic results. The goal is consistency. It's about showing up every single day. When you perform that tiny action, you redoing something incredibly important. You recasting a vote for the person you want to become. Do one push-up and you're casting a vote for being a fit person. Write one sentence and you're casting a vote for being a writer. These small wins create momentum. They build an identity. You're not just doing something, you're becoming someone. Let's look at the science behind this. Our brains are wired to repeat behaviors that are rewarding. When you complete a task, even a tiny one, your brain releases a little bit of dopamine, the feel-good chemical. This creates a positive feedback loop. You do the tiny habit, you feel good, and so you're more likely to do it again tomorrow. It's like a snowball rolling downhill. It starts small, but with each rotation, it picks up more snow and gets bigger and bigger. Your one push-up becomes 2, then 5, then a full workout, not because you forced it, but because it feels natural. The biggest barrier to forming good habits is often the friction involved in starting. We think about all the effort, changing into gym clothes, driving to the gym, the workout itself, the shower after. It's exhausting just thinking about it. Tiny habits remove that friction. The energy required to do one push-up is almost zero. You can do it right now, wherever you are. No excuses. So how do you actually implement this in your own life? It's simple. First, identify the big goal you want to achieve. Let's say you want to read more books. Second, break it down into the smallest possible action. Not read for 30 minutes, but read one page, or even open the book. Third, and this is crucial, you need to anchor your new tiny habit to an existing routine. This is a concept from author James Clear, and it's called habit stacking. The formula is, after a current habit, I will new tiny habit. For example, after I brush my teeth in the morning, I will do one push-up. Or after I pour my morning coffee, I will write one sentence. By linking your new habit to something you already do automatically, you're taking the guesswork out of it. You don't have to remember to do it. Your existing routine becomes the trigger. Brushing your teeth automatically signals, "Okay, time for my one push-up." It becomes a seamless part of your day. The final step is to celebrate. This might sound silly, but it's incredibly important for wiring that habit into your brain. After you complete your tiny habit, do a little celebration. It can be anything that makes you feel good. Pump your fist and say yes, do a little victory dance. Just give yourself a moment of positive reinforcement. This immediate reward tells your brain, "Hey, that was good. Let's do that again." I've seen this work in my own life. A while back, I wanted to get into the habit of daily journaling to clear my head. The idea of filling a whole page every day felt like a chore. So I made a deal with myself, just write one line. One single line about how my day was. I anchored it to my evening routine. After I set my alarm for the next day, I would write one line in my journal. And I celebrated by closing the journal with a satisfying snap. Guess what happened? Most days I didn't stop at one line. Once I had the journal open and the pen in my hand, the hardest part was over. I'd often find myself writing a full paragraph or even a whole page. But on days when I was tired or uninspired, I just wrote my one line, celebrated, and closed the book. I never broke the chain, and over time I became a person who journals daily. It wasn't about willpower. It was about making it too easy to fail. This approach works for anything. Want to drink more water? After you use the bathroom, drink one sip of water. Want to keep your apartment tidy? After you take your shoes off, put one thing away in its proper place. Want to learn a new skill on the guitar? After you finish dinner, pick up the guitar and play one chord. The power of tiny habits is that they bypass the part of your brain that resists change. They fly under the radar. They don't trigger the fight or flight response that big, scary goals do. They're gentle, they're sustainable, and over time they are transformative. Think about the long-term impact. 1% improvement each day doesn't sound like much. But if you get 1% better each day for a year, you'll end up 37 times better by the time you're done. The effects are compounded. Your tiny daily habits are the compound interest of self-improvement. So I want to challenge you today. Don't wait for next year, next month, or even next Monday. Start right now. What is one big goal you have? And what is the ridiculously small first step you can take towards it? Scale it down until it seems laughably easy. Anchor it to a habit you already have, and decide how you're going to celebrate. Write it down in the comments below. I'd love to see what tiny habits you're going to start. Let's say you want to learn to code. Your tiny habit could be, after I open my laptop for work, I will watch 30 seconds of a coding tutorial. It's that simple. Remember, progress is not always about giant leaps. More often, it's about the small, consistent steps you take every single day. You are what you repeatedly do. So start small, be consistent, and watch as those tiny habits build the foundation for the life you truly want to live. You have the power to change, and it starts with a single, tiny action. Thanks so much for watching today. I hope this has inspired you to think differently about your goals. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing for more content on personal growth and productivity. Let's all get 1% better together. See you in the next one.